Good afternoon and welcome to the Onward Master League. My name is Xandria and I am joined by my co-caster Snooper. How are you doing this afternoon?
I'm pretty good on a Saturday night. A little sleepy, but you know how it is.
Really taking one for the team. I appreciate that.
Oh yeah.
Anyway, we have a great matchup for you. We have the Tickles versus OJC, and this is a deciding match for the championship of Division 3.
Yes, it is, and it's two relatively veteran teams, OJC and Tickles. Tickles is full of veterans from way back when in the Onward League, and OJC is actually a Japanese team that's been around for quite a while, but I don't think a lot of people know about them because they played in a rather obscure Japanese Onward League. But they're really good. They're actually a lot of veterans, and it'll be an interesting match.
Yes. Would you like to lead us into our bans?
Yes. OJC is banning Bazaar, and Questicles is banning Downfall. Bazaar is an interesting one. They might just not be good at it, or they know the other team's good at it, but Bazaar is usually a pretty popular pick just because it's not like Downfall, which is the other Bazaar where it's like long range, and there's reasons to not pick a long range map in a VR game. I mean, if you're not good at long range shots, Downfall's not going to be your map. So, yeah. What were you saying?
I was going to say, I definitely feel like Downfall, it's all about the long range shooting and getting those rotations. And sometimes, man, that's just hard to do.
Yeah, but Bazaar doesn't really have that issue. I mean, there's a lot of buildings, there's a lot of clutter, there's a lot of barricades around, so you can travel around the map relatively unseen. Of course, there's these middle streets that, of course, usually someone's looking around to see who's crossing. But besides that, it's not like Downfall or Tank or, some of the other maps where they're notable for being banned because they have some of those weird quirks in them. So, I don't know. We'll see. I'm not quite sure why Bazaar would get banned, I guess is what I'm trying to say.
It's not their map.
Maybe.
So it does look like we don't have a lobby yet, and I do know that Questicle said they might have some trouble getting in. I think we're going to shoot her over to an intermission, and we will all be back when we have a lobby and have a lineup.
Let's do it. So one advantage that OJC does have is they all speak Japanese. So I can guarantee you that no one on Quest Tickles is going to understand their callouts.
That
Even if
is,
they do understand Japanese, it's probably going to be pretty difficult.
it is one benefit, definitely. Definitely seems like there's a little bit of last minute planning here. We do have Pone Cake coming up the north, and Alexa.
Looks like a pretty standard defense from OJC.
Oh wow,
though.
they are pushing up north hard.
Well, two guarding the north is pretty traditional, so that'll be good against the 4-man push, especially in that tunnel. If Alexa goes down, CKJPN is right behind to follow up with nades and more gunfire, and there goes Alexa.
Oh, and the C4 goes off, doesn't connect.
Oh,
It's like a little bit of a retreat, although CK is pushing up.
he went for the res, I think? Oh, no, he's taking utility. Okay. Oh, he goes out with the flash.
I think that's a frag, but he's pushing up through it. Gets one, gets two, gets three in a trade. Yeah, 3 for 1. That is not bad.
Up their north push, and all they got left is Pone Cake there. Ponder what he needs to do.
We do have a guy here in the south kind of rotating around.
She jammed, just making sure that whoever is down there needs to stay down there.
So we're definitely into a 2v3. Not unsurmountable odds, although is stacked against them a little bit.
A little bit. Just a little.
Nasi Jam shoots down the north hallway there. It doesn't connect, though.
Ooh, Beefy comes up behind, gets Shinzo.
And there's another one waiting for him. Will he get this one? He trades with Nebnep. He is resable, although... I missed. Pone Cake was able to take out the last one.
Yeah,
Very
they
good.
picked them apart. Corners and corners. Felt like they focused a little too much on that north alley there once the action started, and Beefy was able to come up, get Shinzo. Nep was able to respond with a refrag, but it was a trade, and well, that's great. Beefy's still, that's 2 lives for 1 life, and that's definitely a win.
Yeah, I mean, things weren't looking good there when CK pushed up the north and took down 3 of them.
No,
but they were definitely able to turn it around.
Yeah, I mean, Beefy was being stealthy, and he took advantage of the tunnel vision that OJC had, I guess. I mean, I didn't even notice Beefy sneaking up, and I can see through all the buildings.
Yeah, he was definitely doing a good job being stealth.
But our OJC MVP is CK Japan with 3 kills, Pone Cake with 3, and Beefy with 2 on Quest Tickles. See if they can use the same lethality on defense. Usually they can. I mean, defense. If you can do well on offense, you can do well on defense.
Yeah, there definitely is a slight advantage to being on defense,
especially on this map. Just hallways.
Looks like we have a very similar setup here. We have a very significant north push and a significant push in defense of that.
Saw C4 go out in that north alley.
I saw that as well. Right there in the corner, it looked like the same spot.
Yeah, I mean, you won't be able to see it as you walk in. You won't be able to deactivate it unless you throw a blind grenade past it. Even then, you don't know if you got it. So it's a really good place. And, of course, you're not going to find out whether you popped it or not till you get there. And that smoke was unfortunate.
CK here, proned out on the ground, trying to be extra sneaky. I don't know if he'll be able to connect. Parzel is tucked back in that little nook. Did miss Pone Cake taking down Nep. It looks like the entire north push now decimated.
I believe that's the south. This,
sorry about that. Left the overlay up.
Oh. But OJC think Parzival shot on him a little early. Granted, he could have let them walk in.
A little bit of a
Then
bumble
used
on
C4.
that flash.
They're doing the smart thing. You can hear the communication going on. Quest Tickles are telling each other, just stay put. If you got C4 there, just let them come.
Yeah. I think they're, and a little bit premature.
Unfortunate. Now they have to fight.
I do see
Flash goes out.
OJC does have a man rotating around. He might be able to tie them up here on this north corridor and then come and decimate them from the rear.
Oh, that was an interesting trade. Punkcake CK Japan. Alexa Reese gets the refrag. Nashi and Alexa are going to go fight Parzival.
Yeah,
Still 4 Questicles.
Oh, and a team kill. Unfortunately.
Oh, was a team kill.
Just like that, trade after trade, leaving us in a 1v1. And there it is. Shinzu JP coming up the rear and getting the win for their team.
Yeah, this is the rare trading of the offense rounds. Yes, usually it's defense trades.
We do see it from time to time.
We do. These are very good players, and they're definitely very good on the offense. Defense, this map's kind of strange for defense just because there's 3 entrances. The objective's a little, like that last objective's a little offset into that hallway, so like they can get around that corner and cap. So your defense has to be a little bit spread out. You can't just focus on that north alley. You can't focus on one of the alleys. So I guess I can see why Marsoc or the offense would have an easier time. I don't know.
We are dropping into round 3.
Probably the easiest objective to defend, because while this is pretty similar to the last objective with 3 entrances, you can condense your defense down pretty hard. You're watching 2 stairways and a tunnel, and that's it. And for 5 people, yeah, you can focus your perspective.
And it looks like we have a 4-man push going into the basement.
You gotta push strong and follow up, because if you just trickle in, you're gonna get picked off by 5 defenders castled up. Granted, that's not what OJC is doing.
Do we have any C4s? Oh, NepNep's already got Gabba goal. Looks like CK is waiting for that push down the stairs.
Wow, NepNep with 2 kills so far, taking out Driver. That tunnel push has been reduced down to 1 man.
CK is able to get 1. Now it's off to Parzival for this downstairs, and he goes down by NepNep.
That was really, really good picking from OJC.
We're into a 1v5.
Jeez.
Where is the last man?
NepNep and CK Japan, like, as soon as one of them stopped firing, the next, like, he came in and started picking at him, and then it was just back and forth, and each one of them took a body. It's like watching sharks.
Yeah, CK and Nep are being a little bit loud, which is okay. I mean, they're hidden. Should let Beefy know, although he is the only one against 5.
They are the flankers. I mean, at this point, they know they've killed 4 people. They've seen the 4 bodies. They have 5 up. There's no reason not to throw 2 people out into the wind to find out where this last dude is.
Yeah. I mean, they might as well just run around the map and search, and if nothing else, even if they go down, they'll let the rest of their team know where he is.
Yeah. And I'd like to remind the audience, all of OJC's call-outs, they're in Japanese, so I mean, even if you know Japanese as a second language, you're probably not picking up what they're calling out mid-battle. Maybe a little bit of it here and there, but it's not as clear as English. So that's definitely an advantage for them. Of course, they're great players, so...
and just like that, gets picked off from the rear.
OJC pulls ahead on a defense. Now they can sort of sit back, go into cruise control. Granted, if they cap, they could end it here. For any players or newer players or people who've never played Onward. If you type in the code on that objective that everyone's defending, you get 2 points. So you can end a map pretty early if you get those 2 points.
I think we're dropping right back into it. Yes, we are.
Yes, we are.
That was quick. They must have agreed.
I mean, this is probably like I said, this is one of the most defensible objectives. So for defense, there's nothing much to say. It's like, okay, I'm here, you're there, cool.
Yeah.
And Marsok's sort of like, all right, where are we going? Are we going tunnels? Are we going north? Are we going through the middle?
I think I'm gonna
There's
ride.
really not much super planning on this one. It's not quarantine. It's not bizarre. You know what I mean?
Looks like we're doing a 2-3 split, 2 downstairs. I do see one there in the back ready for the downstairs push. Let's see if I can roll up with him and see if there's any C4s placed.
I always feel like this is just making it harder on yourself with this objective. Like if you just castle 5 people into that bottom basement, terminal, no one's getting in, and if they do, it's gonna be a hard fight for them. And sending people to the mid, I think, is it's rolling the dice. No matter how good you are, you're taking advantage away from yourself.
It looks like the downstairs is definitely taking their sweet time. There, Beefy gets one.
Finds Alexa Reese creeping around.
I'm relocating.
I like that play by Beefy. He said he's relocating, and then he did not.
Well, he knows Shinzo's there. It's a classic. I heard the footsteps. I probably saw a little bit of them.
A little bit of
Beefy's
pre-fire down through the basement.
Beefy's got his tablets out as Shinzo's looking around. Oh, here's the fight.
Just that went
Beefy
away.
catches Shinzo.
-1 more north stairs.
And that's the trickery of Onward. I mean, it's local chat only between opposing teams. You do have the radio for allies, but I mean, if you're within hearing range of another person, you might as well lie to them, and that's what Beefy did. He's like, I'm gonna relocate, and he never did.
Yeah, that could, to bait them out. If you say I'm going to relocate, somebody might just pop out just to try and get you on the rotation, and then you're just ready for it.
Yeah.
I think that might be me, dummy.
All down to Nep, CK Japan, and Nashi Jam.
Okay, he's being mighty sneaky down here in the basement. I think he's trying to get
but
up on
Nashi's-
Gabba here.
Nashi's about to find Mr. Beefy. Now the question is, who's going to find who? And I'm pretty sure Nashi's actually going to find Beefy in the back. Yep. So the first of the quest tickles go down. Beefy was in an odd spot. I don't like to say it, but it kind of just doesn't help OJC, really. Because anyone they don't...
Them not be able to get driver of car. And OJC is just slowly picking away at quest tickles.
Now Nep knows where Pancake is.
Is CK going to be ready for Parzel here in that dark corner? Oh, now
Nep
gets Pancake.
Yeah, he was lined up for that. He was waiting.
It's all up to Parzival. And the pre-fire comes out with the C4 gets CK.
So it's a 1v1. Here comes Nep versus Parzival. And Nep takes it.
And there it is.
Golf clap for Nep. MVP, bro. Seven kills for Nep. CK Japan following up with 5. Lexa Reese with 3. And Shinzo and Nashi with 2 each. I mean, that's pretty good. I mean, it's nothing compared to like what we've seen in some other games, but I mean, Questicles have a good spread too, with 6 from Pancake, 4 from Beefy, 1 from Parzival and Gabagool each. I mean, it's a good spread. It's just OJC is getting those picks. They're going in the right directions. They're getting the refrags. And yeah, all the important stuff you need. Granted, we haven't seen a cap yet.
No, we have not. These teams are definitely playing it very tight, just not giving that opportunity.
To die before the cap happens, which that's the way it should be. There's a player still up, and that's not running back into the objective when a cap happens. Failure has gone down.
Oh yeah,
Granted,
definitely.
like if you're just off wandering or around a corner and you're not looking at that right angle and they get the captain, that's the worst feeling in the world. Let's see who can get the first cap.
Sure. Yep. Thank you so
Looks
much.
like Questicle is sharing drum mags. That juicy, fatty goodness.
C1, C4 on OJC. It's always makes a round more interesting when you see a C4 starting getting pulled out.
I don't think it matters. 1.8 is like so far out. That's right.
Looks like a 4-man push in the north. CK here. He's gonna throw some utility. Most likely a frag, but he gets flashed.
They didn't.
Oh my god, it took a fucking drum mag to fucking kill him. That thing fucking sucks, man.
They took down 2 on that north
Yes, he
push.
is. Looks like Shanzu is gonna be way in the back here. Might be waiting. Is there C4 placed?
I don't know why Shinzo didn't kill him on the way down.
Oh, and he gets a double.
Oh, he's still.
And frag comes out and gets a refrag on him. They're ready for a
Gabagol's gonna
cap.
cap.
Where's the defense? They are so far away. This is gonna be a cap. Yeah, Gabagol, he's pad out. He's punching in the
Where is
code.
the defense. I don't even.
I don't know.
see
They're
him.
on the other side of the map. And Questicles, they get the cap.
And here I thought OJC was gonna run away with this map. Now it's all tied up 3-3.
Way to bring it back and tie it up. Here, fix the scoreboard for you. That was quite the short and intense round. I mean, OJC was stacked up pretty well there in the north, like ready for that aggressive north push, but Questicle was just able to push through it. And you know, OJC having that one man way off of objective, you know, I know what he was doing. He was going around for the rotation to come in behind, but the rest of his team wasn't able to hold up long enough.
Especially when the Marshog team is pushing so fast down the stairs, you're not going to make it around that flank fast enough. There's just not enough time. So I understand, I guess, where he was potentially. I just couldn't find him on the mini map isn't showing me where the enemy is.
Yeah, he was like going up around the south, going back to the north for a flank. I kind of caught him in my peripheral while I was looking around there.
It's always a horrible feeling because those flanks, when you do get around on the north pushes, those do feel really good when you're just flanking the hell out of them, hitting them in behind.
Oh, and it looks like we're having a similar setup. We got 4 on the defense. They're in the north. They're coming up the stairs to meet. Oh, it's going to be a bloodbath here.
Flash hit CK.
Ponecake gets snap. Ponecake hit CK, but not able to down him. Frag comes out. Flash. Shooting back. Ponecake must have flashed himself. They're both just standing there.
What was that? I'm a little confused. I'm guessing that was flash grenades on flash grenades.
That might have been it. Yeah, Ponecake just looked like he was kind of standing, waiting for that flash to pass.
Well, driver needs a res.
And he gets that. Out. Now the push is kind of slowed down.
We're good.
Sheer power of flash grenades in this patch.
Oh, they are very OP in this patch for sure.
Everyone was just standing around for like 5 seconds there. Oh.
Oh, and a team kill. Little itchy on the trigger. Luckily, it is resable.
Yeah, they have a lot of control over the area. I was going to say Shinzo's coming up behind, but he's in the lower section.
Oh, he's down below. It's like Ponecakes. He knows there's somebody here. He just feels it. And Alexa's sitting in the dark. This patch is definitely darker than last patch too. It's very hard to see people lurking in the shadows.
Yeah, Marsoc is definitely stands out a bit more and all that.
I mean, we see him because he's highlighted blue, but
Full just blends in.
Oh, and he's being very sneaky. Oh, able to get the pick on the Ponecake.
Oh, and he misses and he reveals his location. They know where Shinzo is. Parzival goes down to Shinzo.
Oh, and the pre-fire is able to get Gabba. He's just tearing up. This confirms
Confirms it,
Parzival.
too.
We do have driver of car on objective, but he might get pinched from 2 different angles here.
Beefy's
Oh, and he gets
coming up
picked off from
behind.
Shinzo. The objective's wide open.
But Beefy's behind Shinzo. Yep,
Oh, and he's
there it
able to
is.
get him. Now he needs to rotate onto objective in a hurry. Looks like Alexa's being a little bit cautious. He doesn't know who's down here.
And I understand why she doesn't know, but like it's the perfect time to move. I think Beefy's got this. He's gonna come around that corner, see her halfway down the stairs, knelt down.
No, he might peek out and get shot in the feet.
That might happen too. I thought she was going down the stairs. She's not. She kind of is.
Oh, and he
Okay.
lays down, is able to get the pick. Very nice. Way to bring it around for map 1 win.
Yeah, they brought it back there from a 1-3.
Yeah, I mean they were up against it.
Well, it's the first map. OJC still has a chance. We just need to take the next 2 maps. Great spread from both teams. I mean, they're practically equal at this point. All stars on both.
Yeah, Pwnecake definitely being the kill leader on Quest Tickles with 9-5.
That one cap was pretty clutch for him. I mean,
Yeah, OJC's a little bit more evenly spread. I kind of feel like having a nice even spread of kills is always better.
yeah, you're
Might just be me though.
Everyone on the team's finding kills, doing well in their 1v1s or 1v3s, whatever we saw there.
All right, looks like we're
that's
going to
goodness.
good old Suburbia.
Classic Suburbia. Now, our first objective is our red car objective. And there's really no tricks to it besides throw a ton of smoke at it or clear the area and then cap. This is probably the objective where the most amount of eliminations happen.
Yes.
I mean, I've certainly seen caps, but they're rare on this one. Granted, when they do happen, they're spectacular. Like, they threw like 7 smokes that cover the whole area and someone crawled in under it while the firefight was happening, stuff like that. So, it's always fun. We shall see. Looks like we got a lot of planning going on.
Yes. And as they should. I always feel like these 2 north objectives are the hardest on this map. Just because not only do you have all these little nooks and crannies back at the defender's spawn, but then you have to like do a 180 and watch the front porches of all these houses. Like it's just so much real estate that you have to clear before you can even peek out of the lanes.
Yeah, it's a lot of work to just safely get out there. Otherwise, you're going to get picked apart. And to what Xandria was talking about is each of those houses have a little front porch, even the ones that are facing sort of away from where the enemy would spawn. And that's usually where the offense will put 2 or 3, or the defense will put 2 or 3 people in those opposing porches. So even if the defenders facing the attacking forces die, the attacking forces are going to get shot in the back if they're not careful. So it's a pretty powerful strategy. And anyone on Marsoc really has to do some planning. You really want to sync up with your team because it's another one of those objectives where if you just trickle in, you're usually going to get picked apart.
Yeah, you have to fork the enemy. Kind of get them looking 2 different ways at once and then pick them off. Refrags are huge.
Confusion is definitely your ally on this map. Fortunately, a lot of these teams have played this map to the point where confusion's not really the issue.
And then you always got to watch the pre-fire clear back into Marsoc spawn.
Yep. Those hedges are permanent. And there's the pre-fire. Catching Parzival.
Oh yeah, got him good too.
Yep. Good call out there, explaining it right before it happened. Almost as if this wasn't a live recording.
Lots of free fire. Pancakes able to get CK.
See if Beefy catches Nashi and Nep Nep in the backyard.
Driver a car pushing up on the Shinzu here.
Ooh!
Oh, and I missed that one, but driver of
Nep
car
Nep.
able to get Shinzu.
Oh, that was a beautiful shot from Nep Nep. It was just two silent shot from his, what is that? I don't know. His AR pattern rifle.
Oh, and I don't think driver of car was quite as aware of how on top of Axela. I think we've been saying it wrong this whole time.
Nep Nep is ridiculously accurate. He's taken down 2 people with less than a mag.
That's the way to do it. I wonder if he's using AP rounds.
Called one down, but that was a res.
Oh, and the frag set off the C4, causing a team kill.
I think Nep Nep was in all of that too. And
Yeah, it gets picked off by Pancake.
yeah. 2v2.
Yeah, sometimes that can actually play really well. A frag at a certain distance will set off a C4, causing like a bit of a chain reaction.
And I've seen teams take it to the extreme where they've thrown 2 C4s with like 1 or 2 are like on the outskirts of the objective, but they couldn't set them off manually, so that all they have to do is throw a nade into it, and it just blows the whole objective area.
And it still goes off.
Yeah, they go off just fine. I've seen a team put some Molotovs around once. That was an interesting one. It works just the same.
Oh, and Gabagol here in danger zone. There he is, and he gets picked off.
Wow, OJC is really good at positioning in these weird angles to look at these porches.
I didn't hear that last kill.
I heard it.
Okay.
It's Onward's new sound. But anyways, Parzival with -1, MVP of Volk. Or of,
I think that
OJC.
I think that was because of his C4.
Oh yeah. That was because of his C4. But I don't think that grenade would have killed driver of car without it. So valid. Still wonderful C4. Nashi Jam with 2 kills. Shinzo and Nep Nep with 1 kill each. OJC, like I said, great at picking corners and angles. Of course, Pancake with 2 kills. Driver of car with 1. He's still doing pretty well in the kill count. I believe Nep Nep has 1 more kill because Parzival's -1 is technically Nep Nep's grenade kill.
And if I just did that entire round with the overlay up, I am terribly sorry.
Oh yes, we are sorry about the overlay.
Promise I'll get it right this time.
Ooh. I'm curious as to how OJC would defend an objective like this. They've been doing very interesting offensive plays. Stuff that I'm not exactly familiar with strategy-wise or meta-wise, but...
Looks like Quest Tickles are trying to pre-fire technique. Not landing any shots, though.
It looks like OJC was actively avoiding the pre-fire lanes, which is what you
nice
need to
trade on lane 1. Pancake and Nanashi Jam.
Shinzo's made it through their lines. Whether he can get Parzival, nope. It's all down to a 3v4. I will say OJC is in a very good spot to do this. Pretty stacked up. Even if Quest Tickles move out of lane 4 or lane 1, it doesn't really matter. They're going to be met with resistance from one flank or the other.
Gabagol throwing some smoke out lane 1 that could draw the attention there. And I can see Xilla Reese looking that way, although not really showing themselves. Oh, and driver car gets a nice shot on the Nep.
Yeah, solid shot right there. Fortunately, Nep was looking the
And
wrong
Parzival
direction.
is going for the objective, gets taken down.
OJC or CK Japan picks up driver of car, and it's all down to Gabagool and Beefy. Not looking promising because I think Gabagool, was going to get picked up by CK Japan, and Beefy is. I mean, he's going to have to relocate. He can't push out from there.
No. Might be able to get CK here. He sees him. He does not. Gets taken down.
Ooh. Deep breath from CK there at the end, but that was a good defense from CK Japan. Watching both corners there on the the bus side and red car side, keeping his head on a swivel. Didn't let that tunnel vision break in, which is really, really important. It's a simple thing, but I mean, tunnel vision happens, especially when you're when you're in the thick of a firefight. You tend to want to look the way the enemy is, but if you're getting flanked or getting just flanked or surrounded in any way, you need to be looking around behind you to deal with that, or relocate or rotate. That was good. I didn't see any of that from OJC. No tunnel vision. Bravo, boys.
And yes, I did leave the overlay on. I'm sorry, guys. Again.
We are on a 6-minute delay, so
Yeah, they're all telling us now.
yeah. It's all right. You didn't miss anything besides OJC being awesome. Nep with really accurate shots.
Parzival in the danger zone here at spawn and he rotates off. Yeah, and their team was telling him, "Get out of there! You're gonna die."
Yeah, see, you got to avoid those easy ways to die. Otherwise, the good teams will take advantage of it.
Nice frag up over the top. Is it gonna land? No, it doesn't. That was a nice frag though. That was really close.
I always think those should be like EMP grenade sounds. Something from like Perfect Dark. Now, the middle house is a good place to set up defense. You can definitely make yourself seem like more people.
Yeah, kind of
a bigger threat than you are.
Kind of gives you a decent Overwatch position because a lot of the lanes you kind of go within earshot of that. You can alert your team.
Okay, wisely putting shots through the hedges. Just letting anyone over in that lane know that, hey, I'm going to shoot you, and Shinzo now learned. But it was a trade between the two.
Shinzo does look to be Reservoir. I believe NetMap's going to get that. Just like that, we're in a 5v3.
Definitely OJC's map.
Yeah, they definitely have this thing down to a science. As we say that, driver a car takes down NetNap.
OJC's running up, or CK Japan.
Oh, man, and he's right between two defenders. Oh, Gabba stands up and shoots him. Very nice.
I'll admit, that was a rather bold move. I mean, I guess he was looking for Parzival, but still, where Gabagool isn't a new spot. I usually expect someone to be there 90% of the time for this objective. Oh, and it's a trade between Nashi and Gabagool. That was actually really epic. Like, they were following each other's bullets, trying to dodge a little bit.
Oh, and Shinzo was able to get driver car.
It's all down to Parzival watching his objective.
Yep, just sitting on that objective. They were not capping without killing him.
Yep, that is probably the one spot on this objective where you can defend all of it.
Yes.
Like, they really can't come up and cap unless... I guess there's that tiny spot behind that curved barrier.
Yeah, you can kind of drop some smoke there, and if you don't know to run up, perhaps. I think I've got that way early on, but
Well,
I believe these
you'd have
teams
to-
are, you know.
Yeah, they know. Ooh, and Parzival finds Alexa Reese, but Shinzo knows where he is.
Oh, he kind
Good
of rotates
relocation.
off.
Oh, and Shinzo's out in the open.
Oh, and throwing that flash is going to alert him now of where he is.
That's the
that
one thing I've seen of this
Parzival's
round. Where
tucking in. I think that flash connected.
Oh, but Shinzo's not moving up. Is he going for a cap?
No, he's
No,
not.
no.
He's just running up on him. And they're.
I don't.
Oh
think
wait, he
Parzival
is
knows.
going for a cap.
Holy tits!
Oh, and he got him.
That was too bold.
Wow, way to bring it back. I mean, his back was against the wall.
That was incredibly, like, I don't know, like, bold is that the word for it? Like, he knew he was there. It only takes a look over the corner to shoot him. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what to think of that. I guess maybe he was thinking he'd stay in cover a little longer. I was genuinely surprised by that move. I don't know. What do you think, Cotton?
I mean, to be able to sit there and rotate at the perfect moment, it was like the game sense was amazing, you know?
I get that, but still, like, you go for the kill, but it's just hard to rationalize why turn around and go for the cap.
I don't know. Maybe he just wasn't quite aware, or maybe thought he could sneak it in. I don't know.
Man. But yeah, I mean, bravo on Questicles there, successfully defending the objective.
Get to the corner of the house and just use that shield for intelligence points. Okay, yeah, I got you. You know what I mean? Do you want the MP1?
Let's see how they set up on this defense, because this is a rather odd objective. It's really far on this one side of the map. There's not really many defensive areas past this house besides these few boxes. There's this wide open space in the backyard and the side, so it makes things really difficult. As we saw, Nashi tried to go past the APC. Didn't make it.
Yeah, it's a bit of a tough spot because of the shape of the track. You can see the feet long before you can, they can see your feet long before you can see them. And driver car gets picked off from where?
Ooh, it's all down to a 1v1.
Oh,
and Parzival
spawn
can
house.
res driver.
I'm down. Where are you? Which one are you? Right here.
And they do need to confirm one there.
Upstairs.
Oh, Nep with a one shot to the head. I mean, it wasn't the head, but just
Man,
gone.
he
Driver,
is an assassin with those long range shots.
like Nep just every time he just goes doom doom, and the person just drops. It's like a drop in my heart. It's like going down a roller coaster.
Oh, and that frag, he is able to rotate off of it.
Oh man.
Yeah, Parzival really needs to confirm Reese here because, they're going to let him know everything that's going on here on this lane 4.
I think
Oh,
Parzival's
Nebneb's about
back
to gets the revive. Yeah, now he's got 2 of them to deal with.
Parzival's doing, I guess, arguably the smart thing. He's relocating, going to a whole new lane. That's textbook at this point. I mean, he could have, from our perspective, though, he could have kept pushing, and he probably should have. He's going for the res. I didn't realize Pancake was resable. Okay.
Smart thing.
Then that
Both
changes.
teams gets a res. Both teams are now at 2v2.
Yep, and a reset at 3 minutes. Nep's putting some fire down. They know where he is.
Oh,
But
and they are
Pancake
able to
gets
get him.
Nep.
Do I have my
Oh,
One dead.
Nep, you're kind of my fave right now.
There. I don't. Probably one.
Like, I really like how Nep just accurately takes people out. Like, driver of car just got sniped twice this round by him.
I'm gonna go to this corner and try to get intelligence. Okay. Okay. I just.
Yeah, so they definitely regrouped. They know they got maybe 1 or 2. I think they're gonna try and get a little bit of intelligence, and then Pancake's gonna go in for the kill. Unless Reese here rotates off objective at the wrong moment, and they go in and get a cap.
Yeah, but I don't think.
Yeah, they're gonna
Alexa's
rotate
gonna-
back. They're gonna rotate
Yeah.
back.
I was gonna say Alexa's not that bold. Just pop off the objective.
I don't see anybody yet.
There's Alexa catching Pone Cake, moving through center lanes. Now, Parzival did hear that, but he has no vision on this backyard area. So, oh, he has a shield. Okay, it does change things.
Gonna give us a nice shield action. Let's just ride with Parzival here as he moves in. You know, I don't believe shields block frags anymore. They did used to.
We're down to 1:30, which, to be honest, is an eternity on a map like Suburbia.
Oh yeah, when he knows he's 1v1 and all he has to do is go in and get the kill.
If you had an LMG, this would probably be a lot easier to just pin him back.
Right.
But he's got a G36 with 4 mags.
Oh, and they go quick. They go
Yep.
very quick. I think they're only 25 rounds, 20 or 25.
Something like that. They're definitely a reduced capacity of some sort. And that's why you're seeing 2-3 round bursts, because he knows he's not going to shoot past that shield. I think he's
trying to stand it up, yeah. Oh, and he pops out and gets the pick.
Wasn't being careful there. Now we're all tied up on a 2-2. OJC not quite holding the defense there, but it's admittedly, it's a very odd objective to defend. It's like I said, very far to the corner of the map, and while that is kind of a good thing for defenders, because you can castle up, you can defend a corner. Theoretically, in practice, it doesn't really work out that way, just because the offense could get there before you, or they have that lane, which is what we saw there. So you can't spread out like that. You essentially have to defend the objective blind past that house, and that's really hard to do.
Looks
new
like
objectives, though.
Yes. What do we have? Is it a north or is it center house?
Center house. Arguably, I think the most popular objective on this map, just because you have to charge a house, and I think that's Rainbow Six Siege's doing, why everyone likes that concept. But
Could
whatever. But as a map maker, I've gotten a lot of requests for, hey, can you make a Rainbow Siege 6 house map? It's like, no.
Yeah, let's
Do you
see
see
how
part of the
OGC
C4?
tries to attack this. There's a few different ways to go. You could just sort of box rush it, hope for the best, or kind of surround it.
The unfortunate part of this objective is you do have to go up those stairs.
Yes.
And it's
At the end of
one
the day,
stair.
you have to go at least halfway up.
Yeah. Actually, I think you have to go all the way up. I think there's actually a rule now where you can't cap on the stairs.
Oh, is there?
Yeah. Pone Cake is taken down by CK. Ooh, Nashi finding Gabagool.
It's just pre-fire on top of pre-fire here.
It's just a firing squad. I mean, that's the way you do it.
And Mr. Beefy's able to get CK.
Beefy's taking up that top second floor position Overwatch from Nick Cage's house.
And Nep here up at APC might be able to wreak some havoc.
They finally they got some shots on Beefy. They're keeping him pinned, so that's good. Oh,
Beefy's able to get one. Driver car gets Nep.
Yeah, I mean,
Now
you
we're
really shouldn't move past that APC until you've either neutralized the second floor of Middle House or you've at least pinned down Nick Cage's house. And even then, you're pinning down Nick Cage's house while fighting Middle House, so it's really just not ideal. But Nashi gets the res on Shinzo.
Yep, now we're in a 3v2.
And they keep pushing.
And Reese here sneaking in the back. Might get
The
into it
bright
here.
side of that big push past APC was Beefy to go down. So there's only 2 defenders in center house. So OJC, their sacrifice was worth it.
Driver of car here, like being dead silent. I don't think Reese is aware. I mean, one peep out of Reese, and I think driver car is going to rotate in.
Well, the downfall of that spot is it's a pretty popular spot. So, I mean, I know when I'm there, I assume someone's there. If I know there's more than one person up.
I don't know. Try to get in the mind of an Onward player.
Well, Accelereese is being a little loud if he's assuming someone's there, so I don't think he is.
Yeah.
Pretty sure he's going to get caught by Driver. Driver's taking a few peeks here and there, but
Trying to wait for his opportunity. Maybe trying
his
to hear some
opportunity's all
utility. You know, because normally you would come in here and and doesn't have to worry about it because.
Oh, but
Oh.
Driver. I think Driver of Car was focused too much on Accelereese's little shifty movements with his tablet and whatnot.
Yeah.
While Shinzo was coming out, and I don't know what Parzel was doing because I wasn't looking at that. So, I mean, bravo OJC. I mean, that was a successful attack.
That is one more.
It's always fun to see two teams be better on the offense than they are at the defense. Definitely
Yeah.
makes it a more interesting match.
Now we have map point. If OJC wins this map, then we're in a tied game, and if Quest Tickles are able to bring it around, that will be the match.
I always think it's the best games when it's all tied up for the third map.
Oh yeah, because then everybody's still playing hard. A lot of times, you know, it doesn't matter so much, so you kind of aren't playing at your best if the match is already decided by the third.
I believe this is what, the Division 3 decider?
It is the Division 3 decider. Both teams are tied up 3-0. So, you know, as we know, there are no ties in Onward, so somebody has to be the winner.
Somebody always has
And
to
as
win.
it's going right now, I don't know. You know, it's back and forth. So.
Oh yeah, no, I mean, even though Quest Tickles won the first map, I mean, I'd like to remind the audience that was a 3-4. You know, OJC still got 3 points on the board. Just
you know, and they brought it back from what? They brought it to a 3-3 after being down 1-3.
Yeah, it was a pretty good one. I mean, I wouldn't put it past any of these teams to win right now.
No, it's anybody's game at this point.
Yeah. Looks like some serious planning going on, so I assume both teams are taking it as seriously as we think they are. It's always good to see. Sometimes at this point, one team sort of gets a little morally defeated in the head, and you can definitely tell when the planning sessions go quick. Definitely not now, though.
All right, and we're dropping into what could be, but not necessarily will be, the last round of this map.
Quest Tickles could get a cap, you know?
I mean, it could be either anybody's game at this point.
Yeah.
Or anybody's map, anyway.
I mean, I could definitely see Quest Tickles gearing it up in their head for a cap right now. Just finish it out.
You know, after that cap that we saw on Subway, it is possible to get them extended off of objective. Oh, and lots of smoke. Oh, they're doing a 5-man push right up the middle. And Shinzo takes out 2, takes out 3.
It's all down to Parzival.
Oh, takes out 4. Wow. And Reese here, all he has to do is rotate this corner and he take out Parzival. Oh, and Parzival hears him, and there it is. Right to the, shot right to the back of the head, giving OJC this map. Now it's tied game.
Right as you said that, he started rotating around the corner. It was just 2 shots to the back of the head. OJC takes the map, and it is now 1-1. Tiebreaker map. The fun one.
Oh, and they're dropping right into it, and it's going to be Cargo.
Cargo. All right. Nice, quick map. The action's fast and heavy. 5 minutes is an eternity here, so.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Even that last 30 seconds, it's kind of just like, yeah, you got time.
See, what are the RNG gods gonna give us for first objective, the not so north objective?
And the not so north objective. Yeah, nothing too crazy about this objective. Just
that you can cap from inside the building.
Oh yeah, you can do that now.
You always could, man. You always
Oh,
could.
you always couldn't have, I just never knew it. Wow. All those seasons I played in the league, and I never knew that. So yeah, okay, there is one really, really, really cheesy spot. If you get into the corner of that yellow building right next to the objective inside, you can definitely get a cap. And that's a pretty rough spot because you can sneak into there and the defense either can't see you, or if they do see you, you've got a few seconds to get that code in before they gun you down, and that can result in a cap. That's all they need. Don't see any C4. See any LMGs on defense either, and that's a little concerning. I always feel like having a lot of ammo on defense is a good thing. Even if you're not necessarily the most accurate in the world, you can.
Looks like they're doing some suppressive fire there on tunnel side, while Parzel runs up the middle. Unfortunately, it's taken down.
It's a 4-man push up the tunnel way.
Yeah, we have 3 outside the tunnel, 1 inside. Nobody really watching that lane.
How many bullets does it take to kill him? I shot him.
Dude, there was blood coming out of his head.
There he gets him. Oh, and Nashi runs up. I think he landed 1 shot, not able to down anybody. It's taken down.
I mean, it is a 3v4.
And CK Japan gets taken down. That opens up this entire side.
Well, I mean, Shinzo isn't a spot where they have to cross past his line of fire, so we'll see what happens there. But a 2... Oh, and Shinzo reveals his position.
Although he does immediately rotate off of it. Was that a team kill? No, it wasn't. Oh, and he rotates out onto objective, gets taken out. Now it's a 1v1? Yes, it is. No, 1v2.
1v2. Parzel and Beefy are left up. Oh,
and he just goes for the kill.
Questicles take the first round. Good pushes. A little concerned about a 4-man push up tunnel side, but hey, it worked.
It worked out. It worked out.
It worked out. I'd say the biggest flaw I saw in the defense there was when they started, flaring out from their positions. That's when they started losing men. I'd say if they just hung back, let the pick points do their job, they would have gotten a good chunk of Questicles there before anything even happened. So, I don't know.
I mean, that's kind of the name of the game, right? Create enough chaos to get people to rotate off of their position and then pick them up when they move.
Yeah. You just can't get greedy. I feel like sometimes on Cargo, it's such a small map, and you feel like, oh, they're just around the corner. But that around the corner can be such a different situation than what you're looking at right now.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
You really need backup. You really need to make sure that you're getting kills from ambushes as opposed to running into the middle of teams and getting a ton of kills. While that is possible, it's really not the map for that,
I feel like definitely refrags are your friend. Yeah.
It's just the map's so small, you can always find that last guy where, like, Subway or... what was the other map we had today?
Suburbia.
Suburbia. Sometimes it's a little more difficult to find where those shots came from. But Cargo, it's usually 90% of the time within 50 meters of you, and you can find it. And the refrags come out a little more often, and I feel like they're more helpful in this map.
Oh yeah, these teams are definitely using every second they can to plan. Earlier on things were going a little faster, but they're taking their good old time now.
Yes, and we are down 1 OJC, so maybe there's some technical issues.
Oh, good spot.
Maybe they're switching someone out.
Yeah, let's drop her in an intermission. We will be back as soon as we have a full lineup. See you on the flip side. Alrighty, we're back. The round is starting. See what we have. OJC's on offense. Let's see how they answer back.
We'll see. I mean, the little break there we had, I mean, it could change the momentum of the game. We'll see.
And if the teams are going on classic deciding, this is Quest Tickles map. Looks like OJC's being pretty aggressive. Now she jams, able to get one. Mr. Beefy gets one as well. Gabagool able to take CK Japan. Kind of slowed down this push. We're into a 4v3. Brad comes out. Does not land. Ponecake, he's... Oh. Another frag comes out, doesn't land.
Seems like the offensive momentum is completely stalled.
Oh, it has. Absolutely has.
And Alexa's going to have to fight Driver here in a second. Oh, and it's a trade. They kept shooting each other in the knees until they both died. It's the weirdest thing.
Now it's all up to Shinzu JP. Throwing a smoke onto objective kind of went the wrong way. Should block Beefy's vision a little bit here. It throws a flash straight into the air, and I think it worked.
Maybe it distracted him just enough, but Shinzo got the kill, and that's all that matters. Shinzo,
I think Beefy did land a shot. Yes, JP.
he did.
Shinzu's injured. Oh, he doesn't have his gun up. What? And Beefy's able to shoot him with a pistol.
Oof.
Oh, that was like the most awkward exchange ever right there.
I think Beefy saw him trying to reload the M249, which is a belt fed, and that takes a little bit of time.
Oh, that does take some time.
Well, he went back behind the crate, pulled out his pistol, and shot him in the face.
What a round. Came down to 1v1. I think, I mean, was Beefy reloading too?
No, Beefy just did it because he knew
because he could. Because he could.
He saw him fiddling with the M249, and you saw him at the end there stand for a second.
Yeah.
I thought Shinzo was about to shoot him, but no, he was just looking at him, seeing what he was doing, and realizing, oh, I've got all the time in the world. And then just shot him in the face with a Makarov, which, yeah, in this game, that's a bit of a, yeah. It's a way to die.
So now we have the north-north objective. Kind of similar to the not-so-north objective, only, you know, it's more north.
Yes. And this one has the added benefit of being able to cap inside that red crate and outside of it. So if you get it down to a 1v1 or one defender left or two defenders left even, it becomes a rather difficult objective to defend because you have to watch both sides. Usually that last defender is just running around it. No LMGs on the OJC side, and that I don't like to criticize loadouts, but I feel like on defense you need that extra ammo, even if you're not hitting anyone with it. Like, just threaten them with it. Pre-fire is.
I definitely think the LMGs are stronger in this patch. They seem more accurate. They don't have the dispersion, and then having that 250 round magazine. Oh,
it's a lot of ammo. I stopped counting when they changed it 3 or 4 times ago.
Black Whistle just gets one-shotted in the head. Oh, and he shoots Beefy. Lex is able to get Parzival.
Yeah, 3 Quest Tickles down. There's 1 Resible, but
they're going to have to rotate
still,
back.
That's not ideal.
Oh, and Black Whistle's pushing up. He's able to get Parzival.
Good confirm. Ooh.
Oh, and Poke's able to get a nice double.
That's the refresh we're talking about on cargo right there. Even if you get one, if you're stacked up with 3 or 4 other dudes, your friends are going to kill that guy.
And Gabagool not happy about being the last man standing. gonna go up the tunnel. Let's just ride with
Interesting
him once
move.
again.
It's the last guy left. So I feel like the tunnel's the last place you want to be, but
With
Hey.
a shield, though. As long as you don't get rotated from behind.
you only have to defend yourself in a 180-degree arc.
Yeah, not a big deal.
No. That's not too hard, right? OJC playing very conservative, not even sending out a flanker to find this last guy. They're just castling up. They know where he is. CK's, ooh, and a grenade.
Nice frag. Very nice.
Yeah. Now she
and he
comes
tries
with a refrag, though.
Yeah, he tries switching to his main weapon and gets taken out.
Cargo for you. Refrags on refrags on refrags.
Yes.
It's very easy to find where that guy shot from or threw the grenade from or pulled the pin from, and boom. Everyone's running in on you.
I mean, Tickles, they're sitting good. I mean, they're up by 1. Oh, are we gonna drop into it?
Round 4.
Okay, yeah, we are gonna drop into it. Seems like both teams are ready pretty quick there.
I mean, this is a rather, I mean, it's cargo, and there's only really 4 real lanes to go, and that's if you get technical about it.
There's only so many things you can do. We've got plenty of pre-fire coming out from both teams.
Shinzo finds driver. I think he was all the way in the back, I don't know, left side of objective.
Gabago gets the refrag on him. Kind of a loose refrag. It was a bit of time. We'll rotate back here.
CK knows where he is, and they're definitely trying to get Gabba.
Reese pushing up in the middle here. Although Gabba might get him.
Ooh,
Oh, he doesn't. Oh, and a
he-
flash.
Was that a trade? Okay, Alexa Reese got the confirmed, and Gabba goes down.
Oh, get a
BV
nice pick on the
Alexa for-
BV.
Headshot too.
Oh,
the
nice
question-
frag as well.
Feel like OJC just got in sync.
Reese confirms
Oh,
him.
and
And yeah, Black Whistle kind of came around the other way and was able to get Pancake. Now it's tied up.
that was a solid push from OJC. Like, they just every quest tickler they encountered, they successfully worked the problem and took them out. Bravo, boys. That's what I like
Yeah,
to
it's
see.
really bringing it back.
Our new objective is over by the propane tank, down by the pipelines.
Ooh,
Yeah,
that's
it's
a
probably
rough
one of the
one.
Yeah, to cap on this one, you kind of got to tuck into that little hallway. I mean, I call it a hallway, but it's like between the propane tank and the wall. But that's pretty much the safest place.
And
to go.
another thing I've noticed too is like these hallways are so dark now. You know, back
Mhm.
behind those buildings, like you can hide back there and not be seen.
Yeah, Volks can blend into the shadow pretty easily, and especially with this objective in those back hallways, it's rough. And don't expect a cap, but I mean, we've also seen caps happen. Sometimes the defender gets pulled off the objective, or a flanker's the only one left alive, or some other extenuating circumstances that's not a castle up situation. Lots of planning on this one, as expected. So the defense has to figure out how they want to cover it. Of course, the offense needs to figure out how to safely get there. Whether they want to take tunnel, whether they want to go down through pipes and rush it head on, or go through center and try and flank from the side. I don't know. It's a rather interesting proposition as to how a team will attack this objective, or defend it even. Free fire coming out, trying to prevent the defenders to get to their objective. I think it's doing it successfully.
Beefy pushing strong up here into the middle.
yet to see a single LMG on OJC side, and
I find it interesting too. They haven't rote crossed. Driver car able to get Black Whistle. They're pushing up the tunnel here. Not a bad play. Although
I think Parzival's blocking them with the pre-fire.
Shinzu here sitting way in the back. He's waiting.
Ooh, now she goes down to Pancake. Now they have control of the center. Plus Tickles.
Parzival able to get Reese. He is only down. CK could rotate for the res, but it could be risky.
They find Shinzo, who I don't think was ready for them to come out of tunnel side.
It's a 5v1.5. What a push for Questicle so far. Let's see if CK can bring it around here. He is in a tricky spot.
Driver shot beefy.
He must be the team killer of the team.
This is a second teammate he shot. There you go.
Oh, and they're able to distract him one way and get him from the other. Very, very nice.
Oh, I mean, CK did the right thing there. He died as opposed to letting him get the cap. So
yeah, he was in a good spot. I mean, I've definitely seen teams get decimated from that location. Not that would ever happen to my team.
Yes.
So
it can be a very good spot. Most of the enemies have to come around corners, or they're coming around a longer lane, which is, I guess, easier to defend, but you still have a 180-degree arc in front and behind you, so it's difficult for the defender in the same way. I don't know. It's all comes down to chance in this game, whether you're looking the right way at the right time.
Sometimes.
Some of it's down to instinct, but I don't know. Onward's a crazy game.
So, I mean, this is match point at this point. Questickle's up 3, OJC at 2. OJC's on Marsoc, so they could cap, or Questickles should just defend and get their point there. So this is anybody's match on this round.
Yes, it is.
And I'm not going to leave the overlay up.
Yes, do not leave the overlay up on the last round. I'm pretty sure I'll be crucified for that.
Yep. You'll never see me cast again.
Both teams are definitely ready, sitting at the edge of the spawn points.
Oh, Pancake gets a nice early pick on Reese.
Oof.
Nashi Jam goes up, gets taken down.
Now, Questickles just need to eliminate the Marsoc, so they're...
Nice frag comes out, not gonna land.
Oh, I thought that was gonna get Black Whistle there.
Beefy's able to get Shinzu. A
Ooh.
little bit of action over this side.
Gabagool finds Black Whistle in the center there.
He is pushing up aggressively, but I think CK is ready for him, but he's not. He's not ready, and that's it. Questicle takes it.
Yep, with a dominant last round there.
Absolutely. So Questickles is your Division 3 champion.
Bravo to OJC, who, that was a great fight.
Yes, absolutely. It was back and forth the entire series. But what a great showing from both teams. Congratulations for sure.
Oh, I mean, both teams definitely great veteran teams. Moving on to, what is it, championships? I'm a little confused on to.
Yeah, I'm not sure exactly how things are going to go, but something's going to happen.
Yeah, some more greater division's going to happen after this, blah, 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 and then there's championships, I assume. But bravo to OJC, putting up a good showing. Fighting out Questickles, but not enough. Questickles were able to hold it and push strong.
Yeah, so with that, if you want to get into the league, if this is something that interests you, you can go to vrmasterleague.com/onward and get signed up for a team or create your own. Definitely thank you to everybody for coming out tonight for this great matchup. I don't know about you all, but I was entertained. Thank you to our sponsors. Thank you, Snooper, for co-casting with me. And any final thoughts?
No, it's really interesting to see teams adapt to 1.8, especially its unique nuances.
Yes, it's been difficult, I believe. but it's growing on me.
Oh yeah, I mean it's still a wonderful game. I mean it's certainly different than what we're used to, but it still plays the same. The handling's the same. Sure, the sounds are different, but they're working on that. We'll give them a little bit of time on that stuff.
All right, so I think with that, I've been Xandria, and I've been with Snooper. Have a great night, everybody.
Later.